Hello and welcome back to Proactive New York. I'm Christine Corrado. With me on Skype is Brian Cox, CEO at Surge Holdings. Brian, great to see you.
Hey, Christine, good to see you.
Brian, we're hearing an update from you today on the integration of SurgePays marketplace network with ECS's thousands of locations. For those who are new to the story here, just remind us about this integration and what actually ECS is.
Sure. ECS is a company that's been in the business for a long time of providing corner stores, bodegas, community markets with wireless top-ups. They're connected to all the prepaid wireless companies, and they allow that store owner to be able to top up or add credit to all of the customers that come in and need to add value to their wireless phones, whether it be track phone, Metro PCS, and what have you. ECS had built their business. They did a fantastic model, built it to about 10,000 locations. It came to a point last year where we were talking to the owner, and it made sense for us to merge, if you will. So we acquired ECS, and what that gave us was, number one, in the United States, there's only about 4 or 5 platforms that provide this wireless service to these corner stores. So we made the world a little bit smaller. We joined forces with a former competitor. But the big part of what it gave it and what got me really excited was the ability for us to be able to interconnect with ECS. Number one, pool our buying power together. So now we're able to get better rates because while we were basing rates off of hundreds of thousands, now we're basing it off of millions of dollars of revenue a month. And then the big part and what we're getting ready to do, we wanted to be able to also roll out our wireless, SurgePays Wireless, into these 10,000 locations. And last and probably the most significant would be able to interconnect our marketplace platform where we've gone directly to manufacturers around the company, these regional manufacturers that make and provide or distribute products directly to these stores. Through the old model of distribution, we're able to connect them directly to the store now using our software platform. So it's our goal to take that 10,000 stores and let's say ballpark $45, $50 million a year in revenue and double, if not triple that, by leveraging the relationships that ECS has built over time to go in as profit partners and then upsell these store owners products that they either A, wouldn't be able to have access to, or B, we can get them a better price because we're cutting out the middleman and we already have a relationship with them.
So can you offer us an update on what you're working on as far as the integration status? And I guess when can we expect these products to be rolling out?
Yeah, well, as far as our pooling our buying power, our developers have done a great job working with the team at ECS. We've already pulled that together. And when you're doing almost 20,000 transactions a day, when you start talking about a quarter of a point here, a half a point there, it makes a big difference. It's a lot of money. So we're excited about that. That's been accomplished. That was goal number one. Goal number two was getting SurgePays Wireless on the ECS platform where we could start offering our SIM kits for a $10 and $30 plan at those 10,000 stores, and then start working with the 165 salespeople to incentivize them to take our wireless product into those stores and get our, the SIM kits. They look like the little gift card that hang on the peg hook. Customer gets it, they buy it at the register, they put the SIM card in their GSM phone, they're good to go. Then they come back every month and pay the store owner the $10 or $30 depending on what plan they choose. That was step two. That's been accomplished. In the next 30 days, we expect our developers to be able to connect the wholesale marketplace with the ECS platform. So now these same 165 salespeople can go back to these stores, call them by first name basis, pull that door, it's a friendly door, and then be able to sell them other products that we know work. That was the whole concept of what we're doing. We've got a reputation in the market. We only want to sell products that will sell to that store. Ultimately, our revenue comes as a byproduct of helping that mom and pop store owner make money. So if we're able to get them products that we know will move, they're market tested, they're relevant to the overall business picture that's being done at that store, then that A, the salesperson makes money, B, the store makes money, and C, as a byproduct, like I was saying, we make money off of that. And then ultimately that customer, that underbanked customer, gets a better deal and access to more products conveniently close to where they live.
Well, you have hired a national sales director, so you must feel pretty confident that this will work, I guess.
Yeah, it's this is the strategic plan layout, and the way I like to attack a market. Obviously, it doesn't make sense to have a national sales director when you're developing products or you're in the middle of doing deals, setting things up, and it's kind of like having a doorman when you've only got a concrete base and rebar sticking out. The doorman and the sales team comes in when the building's fully ready to rock. So what we've got now is we went out and we did a lot of interviewing, and we found a gentleman that is, he's not a guy that's going to be going out and pulling doors himself. He's going to be building relationships with these regional companies all over the United States that already have relationships with these markets. So Todd, very excited about him. He understands the convenience store market, and it was perfect timing for us as now we've got not only our own wireless product and some of the other products, our Visa card and our, the wireless top-up, but we've got several other products, not only ours that we're branding, but also other manufacturers' products that we'll be able to bring in collectively. So it's go time. I've said on other interviews that 2020 is the year of revenue and expansion for us. So it was the right time to bring on the sales director, and knowing that this sales director is going to be a guy to lead and build teams for us. He's a proven guy. He's got a great bio that folks can go to the website and check out. So he's a perfect fit for what we need.
Along these lines, there's an interesting technology that you're debuting called the Surge Tracker Live URL. How does this fit into your overall strategy?
Yeah, we do a lot of development, and it's kind of like doing things under the hood a lot of times. You don't get to see it, and it's difficult for me to explain to people sometimes what we're doing or what we're working on. And to be honest with you, I was inspired. There was a big game where I had some buddies over and we were watching it on TV, and it was interrupted by the weatherman that was showing storm tracker, the weather map. And of course, we were frustrated because we couldn't watch the game. But as I was thinking about this, we have transactions that are hitting all over the country. And I have people on a daily basis that ask me, how are things going? What cities are we in? How, they're shareholders and stakeholders. They want to know, how things are going. So I was like, man, that would be really cool if we could put up some type of map of the United States, the same theme as, Storm Tracker 5, brought to you by Surge. So we actually built it. We built a Surge Tracker. And we put it out there for folks to see. It's on surgepays.com/live, LIVE. And what you'll be able to see is the transactions in real time, the city and the amount. So this is revenue. Every time you see a lightning strike on that map, that's a store owner that just made money. That's a customer that just conveniently got a product. And that Surge, that's that cha-ching for Surge. And if for the guys that are not real patient like me, I had the developers go ahead and add a replay the last hour button, so you can literally see these cities all over the country. And it's going to be a real cool thing for people to look at as we grow. Right now, you can see us concentrated in the Midwest and the Southeast. And as we grow up to the Northeast in the New York area and then out west in California and everything in between, you'll start to see over time filling in the gaps. Instead of it just being Midwest and Southeast with our 10, 12,000 locations, you'll start seeing these thousands of locations all over the country. So I thought it would be a really cool way to be transparent, as we always promise to do, but also to give people kind of a portal into our software, a portal into what we're doing, to see all of these towns that they've never heard of, that there's stores out there that are making transactions every single day on our platform, and to be able to get a good grip and a good feel for what we're doing at Surge. So we're really excited about that. And, we're always going to look at ways to be transparent and give people, kind of a bird's eye view of what we're doing here, because we're very excited not only about what we're doing, but we're extremely excited about this year on the sales and revenue push and expansion push for 2020.
Yeah, I'm sure investors will be really, really excited to check that out. Brian, thanks so much.
Hey, have a good one. Stay warm.